Okay, guys, welcome to my mixed media PowerPoint presentation. Um, this is basically the introduction, so just bear with me. I'm on the introductory slide. So next, of the term, we were asked to do a pastel illustration using a pastel medium, and this was a pastel illustration for some sort of an ad or whatever. And we were asked to do some revised sketches and include the actual pastel illustration and the pastel illustration with text. The pastel media was very easy. It was fairly easy, but it wasn't that easy when it came to applying it to a normal surfaced paper. You know, if you'll know what I mean, because normally these medias require specific types of surfaced paper, you know, for them to blend in and really work well. But since it was my first time using it, I was everything was sort of new to me, and I didn't know how to, really incorporate things to make them look as natural as possible. But I think so far, with a lot of Photoshop help and editing, I was able to get to this final image here on the far right, and I believe it looks presentable in good quality. So you know, um, I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys do too. For the third week, we were asked to do a watercolor beach ad. Um, and as usual, we're asked to make thumbnail sketches and then revise the thumbnail sketch and paint the actual illustration and include text. And as much as the watercolor medium is concerned, to me that was very easy. But at the same time, there were challenges that it presented, such as blending in the medium and things like that, and making things look leveled and smooth. It took a lot of Photoshop editing to get to this point, so keep that in mind. That I have to edit all my images to make them look as professional and as portfolio quality as possible. So this was what I finally ended up with my watercolor beach ad, and I hope you guys enjoy it and love it. Thank you. Okay, for the fourth week, we were asked to do an acrylic and poster event ad, and this ranged from street parties to anything that you could possibly think of, like concert events and stuff like that. But I decided to do mine on a carnival, and this carnival is called Carney Riv, and it's Africa's largest street carnival, and it takes place every year at in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. That's River State, where I'm from. And well, this painting was inspired by an image of Mrs. World, former Miss World. She's from River State, Port Harcourt, Nigeria, and her name is Agbani Darego. And I try to do my best with this painting, even though it does not look as qualitative as I wanted it to be. But once again, just think about me being new to the acrylic media and all that, and there were a lot of possible challenges that I faced, big ones, and just for the image to look this good, to me was just a surprise, and and a major feat. Um, I love the fact that this one looked this because this was my second trial. It looked a little bit more like the lady, even though not exactly like her. My first version, initial version was very, very shrewd, and it just looked like an old scribbled lady, and I could, really, really go with that image, so I had to redo it all over, and as well, with Photoshop editing and all that, I was able to get this image to this point. So for me, it worked out very well, and I think I loved it, and I hope you guys do too. We did a mixed media magazine ad, and this was an incorporation of all the medias, such as the pastel, the watercolor, and acrylic in one image. And well, this painting was inspired by images that I had previously had from a different class, and I just sort of took those thumbnails and refined them for this one, for this class, because I didn't want to, do everything all over again because it would consume so much of my time, and I had so much on my hands at the time to work on. So I decided to go with this icons at the ball sketch, refined sketch that I did with a whole group of celebrities celebrating the ball and the bash and the dinner party and all that. And it was pretty fun. I mean, just taking that from the to the magazine type of a poster to a mixed media poster. It really you know, benefited me, and it was very rewarding, just rewarding to see this at this moment. So this was the image without the text, and this is the image with everything, the final product. And the final product looks very well. It looks great. I think a lot of people will enjoy it. It looks portfolio ready, even though it may not look as good as I wanted it to be or as good as it could have been. But just keep in mind that I was painting with acrylic, painting with pastels, and also painting with trying to incorporate watercolor and all that. And it was difficult, but with Photoshop editing as well, I think this image did very good, and the blending process was, it was awesome because I had to use a lot of water to blend the pastels into the background and all that, and to make things look really good and natural as possible. So yeah, I enjoyed this piece, and I hope you guys enjoy. I know you will. I know you will. Okay, for my first two print ready images, I decided to go with these, and these are professional quality portfolio ready print images, and I think they're ready to go to the printer, and they will look great when they come out and fit very well into a nice brochure or a portfolio. Um, I think anyone who sees this will understand the type of work and that went into it. And as artists, we have to do our best at all times, even at times we least expect it. But I feel that I was ready, and these are good. These are presentable. So I hope you guys enjoy them. And for the print ready images, um, I decided to go with these. These are nice. They look great. They're ready to go into my portfolio, and I know that people who come in contact with them and see them will appreciate them for what they are, even though they're not best. They're still good, and they're definitely seeable and lovable. And so, these are my final, you know, Okay, last but not least, I want to say thanks to everybody. Thanks to Professor Ann C. Blake and the mixed media class. I really enjoyed working with you guys. Thanks for being there for me, helping me out, and pitching in your comments and advices and things to better my art and stuff. And I really loved it. I believe the time that we all spent together was well worth it. And I can't wait for more time with you guys. And I hope to see you in my next classes and stuff. So you know, I pray you guys have a lot of fun and good times rolling in. Thank you guys. Thank you. Last but lastly, I would like to include words of encouragement, and my words of encouragement is taken from the book of Philippians 4 verse 8. It says, "Finally, brethren, whatever things are true, whatever things are noble, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are good or of good report, if there's any virtue and if there's anything praiseworthy, meditate on these things." And that is from Philippians 4:8. And guys, you just have to keep focused if you want to succeed in these classes and not forfeit, your education and things like that. Just be consistent, persistent, and always encourage others, and you yourself receive encouragements as well. And so, encourage yourselves and do good, and keep your mind on the goal. And I'm pretty sure the future is well within the reach. So, have fun, guys, and be blessed. Thank you very much. Once again, my name is Miracle Olulu, and this has been my PowerPoint mixed media presentation. And that is the end. Thank you, and have a great and blessed turn. Bye bye.